Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm your host, Troy Hines, and this is another episode of META H.A.N.D.S Boxing. If you could be so kind, hit the like button, the bell icon, and follow us here on YouTube, as we're going to have some amazing upcoming shows, predictions, analyses, and fighter interviews. Let's get into it. Now, we are 17 days away from one of the most anticipated dates of licensed assault in this era of boxing, when Unified Welterweight World Champion Errol the Truth Spence Jr. takes on WBO Welterweight Champion Terence Bud Crawford for undisputed at 147 and all of the bragging rights, period, point blank. Now, many people and boxing pundits have made comparisons of this fight to the great fights of Sugar Ray Leonard versus Tommy Hearns. And in certain ways, I see that. And then some boxing pundits, like myself, have also made comparisons to Hagler versus Hearns. Let's see what Errol Spence Jr. had to say in this interview with Brian Custer on Showtime.
I was just thinking about our fight. I think I feel like how big it is. Okay, Tommy Hearns and Ray Leonard. But I feel like it was more Marvin Hagler against Ray Leonard than anything. As far as, just the style-wise, how I fought and how Ray fought that fight. Because, I don't think I fight like Ray Leonard or Tommy Hearns, but I get it through saying, the magnitude of it. But style-wise, I would say probably Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler.
So, let's be clear. When we're looking at the character DNA of a fighter, and I see Errol Spence Jr., I see a person who is not necessarily having fun in the ring. He's all business. He's very serious. He's going to work. As opposed to, let's say, Sugar Ray Leonard, who has a lot of fun. If you look at his fights, man, he was amazing. He was dazzling. He was dancing. He was running the numbers. And don't get me wrong, he could hurt you too. But he did have a style and approach that people really loved because he was having a great time. When I see Errol Spence Jr., I see a person rough, rugged, who's there to hurt you, whether it's on your arms, whether it's on your elbows, whether it's on your neck. He's coming in to destroy you in all severity and in all seriousness. It's not a game, whatsoever, 100%. So I see him like Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Outside of him being a southpaw, I see the character DNA of the fighter, like Marvelous Marvin Hagler. So in the opinion of Unified Welterweight World Champion Errol the Truth Spence Jr., this is not Sugar Ray Leonard versus Hearns. This is not Hearns versus Hagler. In his opinion, this is Hagler versus Leonard. Wow. That makes this really interesting, because if this is anything like Hagler versus Leonard, then we are destined to see a trilogy, 100%. Since I'm from the DMV, of course, you have to know, and having trained at Sugar Ray Leonard's boxing gym under the tutelage of Junius Hinton, I have nothing but affinity for Sugar Ray Leonard, all things Sugar Ray Leonard. God damn it, the street I lived on was called Leonard Drive growing up. Love Sugar Ray Leonard. But that fight is still to this day one of the most argued fights in boxing. When you're looking at boxing fans and all of the different fan sites and all of the different pages on Facebook, everyone always argues about who won that fight. Was it Sugar Ray Leonard Was it Marvelous Marvin Hagler? And I'm a Sugar Ray Leonard fan, and you know what? I'm a Marvelous Marvin Hagler fan. And I would always say, you know what? Sugar Ray Leonard edged it out. This is going to be one of those fights, in my opinion, that is going to be that close. Someone is going to be upset. But the beautiful thing for boxing fans, unlike when Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvelous Marvin Hagler fought back in the day, they didn't have a rematch clause. There's a rematch clause in this one, folks. So if this is anything like Errol Spence Jr. said, not me, like Errol Spence Jr. said, then we will definitely be seeing the rematch. And if the rematch is anything like those two fighters in terms of character DNA, then we are destined to see a trilogy. That's all I got. This is Troy Hines. This is META H.A.N.D.S Boxing. Stick and move. Hey fellas, let's keep it real. Have you ever noticed a decrease in your libido? Have you ever been in with your special lady and in the heat of the moment when you wanted to lay the hardwood, you ended up with a wet noodle? It can be an embarrassing moment. Well, we've got the secret sauce to optimize your Superman potential. It's Alpha Extra Boost. It's pure, it's natural, it's made from a variety of exotic herbs like Pacific kelp, blessed thistle, fennel seed, dong quai, Damiana root, and hops. Hop to it. It's 100% effective and manufactured in an FDA-approved and GMP-certified facility. Click on the link at the bottom in the video overview to get your 30, 90, or 180-day supply of Alpha Extra Boost. Alpha Extra Boost. Get your fire back.